Night of the Living podcast is always ad-free for patrons at patreon.com/NOTLP.
Welcome back to Night of the Living podcast. I'm Freddy. There's Amy.
That's me.
And Andy.
Hey, my name is Andy. I'm here to say I've come to podcast in a cool way.
Oh, you really like to rhyme. In fact, you do it quite a lot.
Boy.
So, Andy, this was your pick, Electric Boogaloo, Breakin' 2.
Is it Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo, or is Electric Boogaloo Breakin' 2?
The first one you said.
First one. Freddy said it
I did
wrong.
it backwards.
Okay.
I did it backwards.
You're trying to gaslight me.
Well, I was just going to say call it Electric Boogaloo, and then I'm like, I should specify that it's Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. So, what
goes
inspired
without
it?
saying. I've never seen it, and everybody knows the title.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it's one of the most famous movies ever.
Yeah.
Even if a lot of people haven't seen it because they know the title.
Because of the name. Yeah.
Right.
It was a huge deal in this little neighborhood. Like every kid on the street saw it. Every kid thought they wanted to break dance after, and I'm guilty of that too. We had cardboard out on the street and all that shit.
So when if we drove down the street in the 80s, we would just have to dodge break dancers.
There'd be a bunch of
constantly.
kids, yeah. There'd be a bunch of kids trying to break dance
That's
right
the
here on the
cutest
street.
thing
Yeah.
I can even think of.
Me and Michael Wheeler,
I'm sure a lot of things got broken too.
we were really into it. Mikey.
Did anybody
Other
get hurt?
Mikey. Yeah, all the time.
Could you spin on your head?
No.
How about on your back?
I could spin on my back a couple turns.
Yeah?
Barely.
Right on. I couldn't do any of that.
Well, one of the kids did get up on his head a few times. I think it was Michael.
Rest in peace.
You know, he didn't break his neck or nothing. It was a miracle, really, when you think about it. But yeah,
That's funny. It's called Miracles.
Yeah, Miracles.
The community center in Breakin' 2.
Yep.
This movie, by the way, when we get into it later, I just want to say this movie came out just 7 months after the first one,
Oh, wow.
and the first one was a pretty big hit.
Where they filmed back to back like Lord of the Rings.
Not exactly, but almost. They rushed the second one into production. They started filming like dance numbers before they even had a script. And anyways, it's just interesting how different it is in the first
Script.
one. Yeah.
That's funny.
A skeleton to support the dance numbers. But yeah, I'm excited to talk about this one. It was a great pick. I was really thrilled when you picked it, Andy, because this is like total nostalgia. Critics hated it. I never really understood why. Maybe you do, because
there's reasons.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the critics are being snobs.
Yeah. But it's got so much identity and personality about it. I don't know. I really love this movie. So Patreon. I just want to give a really big thanks to the patrons because we really appreciate you guys. And with the way costs have gone up on everything, including like the different platforms we use
Thanks, Obama.
for doing this. Yeah. Trump's tariffs, I'm guessing. Maybe. I don't know. But anyways, your support is more appreciated than it ever has been. And if you've been thinking about supporting the show, go to patreon.com/NOTLP and you get a lot of extra content there. And I'm cooking up some merch as well, which we should be posting about soon, I hope.
Yeah.
Andy, this theme we're doing for this month is Canon, celebrating the Canon Films catalog. You said you got like a lot of response on social media.
Yeah.
I'm excited. And Andy has a great idea. Maybe we'll get into more later where we can revisit some of these other films that we're not covering as part of the theme. But
The Canon.
the Canon. That was Andy. We came to Canon a little late as a pun.
Oh.
That's all.
Well, are we doing the canon, though, really, of canon?
We're doing the
Breakin' 2, I think, is part of the canon of canon.
It's hardcore.
To have to say canon of canon is the words no longer mean anything.
Yeah, we did a little extra credit.
Say canon one more time.
Say it one
How dare you?
more time.
We did try to watch
Smack.
Invasion USA, but Amy fell asleep. We have to give it another try.
I will give it another try. You see that I won't.
It wasn't the movie's fault, I don't think, right? You were just exhausted.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And it had 1,000 ad breaks.
I fall asleep at the drop of a hat. And if movies are too cozy,
Yeah.
a Chuck Norris movie can be cozy.
Believe it or not.
Then
it's
I will
true.
fall asleep.
All that denim. But we also have at Patreon, we have our Origins episodes, which are our classics, if you want to call them that, where we re-record an intro to those and sometimes address social faux pas we make.
Yeah.
Frequently.
Although I haven't felt like we've been apologizing for much lately, so we must be in a good time frame.
It's getting there.
We're gonna get back to
more. It's getting more refined.
Oh.
Don't get too comfortable.
Yeah, when I get comfortable, I catch myself saying something stupid.
In Origins land, and the times were different.
Yeah,
people thought certain things were funny that they wouldn't think are funny anymore.
True. And also there you can get ad-free episodes of this show. Zoned Out, the Twilight Zone Revisited that me and Joe do, and we've had our buddy Matt Hoffman on for a few of those lately.
Yeah.
Just keep your ears peeled. We, that's exciting if you're into old television shows like I am.
Oh,
and some
like
of you
I am.
are. I know. Yeah, Amy loves old TV too. Yeah, Amy doesn't have the Twilight Zone.
The Twilight Zone was never part of my life, to be honest with you, until I met you.
And you're still not really watching it. It's just something me and Joe are doing.
Yeah.
So maybe one day.
Maybe one day. What about you, Andy? Are you a Twilight Zone head?
My only experience with it was when they did marathons on
every holiday.
I forgot what holiday specifically that me and my friend used to watch it.
Yeah.
It might have been New Year's. I don't
Sci-Fi
know.
Channel did it. Any holiday they could get. They must have had a really good deal on the streaming rights or something because they ran it. It was like Independence Day. I think they even had like Thanksgiving and like any holiday.
You had the Twilight Zone.
You had the Twilight Zone that was being cranked out.
Well, I never celebrated ever a holiday ever, so that's why I don't have a Twilight Zone in my life. Yeah. So, no, it just wasn't. My mom wasn't a fan, and therefore it didn't trickle down to me.
It makes sense. It is hereditary. Yeah. It's in your genes.
And I also love the ride in Disney World.
Oh yeah.
Tower of Terror. Fantastic. Do you guys have anything for the top? You have anything for the bottom?
I think we could. After
we got some unguent for your bottom.
Some salve.
All right. Let's boogie. Turn out lights. It's the main attraction. So, this week's main attraction from December of 1984. It came out 4 days before Christmas. Oh. What a gift. This was
2.
Yep, directed by Sam Furstenberg, who he got his start directing Kirstie Alley's film debut, a drama called One More Chance.
Have you seen it?
I've never seen it. I have no interest in seeing it. I heard it described as like a student film.
Oh dear.
Mm-hmm. But I guess it got her career moving. He's best known for directing this movie, but also the 4 ninja movies he made for Canon. Was Revenge of the Ninja, Ninja 3: The Domination, which has Kelley, Lucinda Dickey. She's in that.
Oh, good. Love her acting.
But also, what a name, huh?
Yeah, that's a fun one. She's possessed by an evil ninja like The Exorcist. Dickey is Lucinda.
There's a reason she did become a bigger star. A, she's not a great actress, and B, that's not a movie star name. I'm sorry, it's not.
You have to change it.
Maybe it was a movie star name in the silent film era.
Yeah. She also appeared in American Ninja. She didn't appear in that. Sorry, I was talking about Sam Furstenberg, the director. Directed American Ninja and American Ninja 2: The Confrontation.
So much ninja action.
You've seen American Ninja.
Have I?
You have. Remember Michael Dudikoff? And the general's daughter, and he has to rescue the general's daughter from the bad guys, and they're all army guys, and they're green trucks.
I assume those are all canon films too.
Yeah, they're canon films. You watched it. I think you remember. I remember you saying that. I think you liked it.
I probably did.
They rode ninja motorcycles too, which is funny.
What's a ninja motorcycle?
Ninja motorcycles were like huge in the 80s.
Oh, you mean the brand ninja?
Yeah,
it's just motorcycles that ninjas rode.
Yep.
That's what I was like. Some kind of ninja motorcycle. Like
it's stealth.
It's stealthy.
You can't hear it coming. This movie was written by Jan Ventura and Julie Reichert. It's based on the characters created by Charles Parker and Alan de Beauvois. I can't pronounce his name.
There's no way you got that right.
Yeah, probably not. But this is the highlight of these two, their career. Like, just writing this screenplay for characters someone else created is the peak for these two writers. When you look at it, I'm just saying they didn't do a lot else, if anything.
If it came out 7 months after the first, they had to have been writing it while they were filming, or even before.
I mean, did they know that they were going to make a sequel? Or because did they make a sequel because Breakin was successful?
Yeah, for them, it was a huge deal. And so they jumped right back in. They started filming, and then they brought the writers on to write dialogue and stuff and some story threads.
That's insanity.
Yeah, it's like
So is 2 just a direct sequel? I mean, is the same characters and stuff?
It's
give us some one background, Freddy, since you're the only one who's seen it.
Is that she wants to join the dance crew and they're not accepting her.
Oh, and she from the classical dance world?
She is like I think ballet, maybe something like that. I haven't seen the first one in a long time, but it's not like the second one where it has the big over the top stuff. It's just a lot of real dancing. And it's about her. And again, it's been a while, but I think it's mostly about her acclimating to the team, accepting her.
She has to prove herself, right?
Yeah, exactly.
She's not some uptight princess.
Well, I can't remember. I remember they said even the actors, from what I understand, at first didn't get along. It kind of mirrored what happened in the first movie, and then she earns their respect, obviously. I do recommend watching it. It's a good movie.
Did watching Breakin' 2 make you want to watch Breakin' 1, Andy?
Not really. I mean, I enjoyed 2 very, very much, but it didn't say, you know what? I want to know where these guys started off at.
Right.
Gotcha. Yeah, they don't really beg the origin story too much.
To me, it's a good standalone movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't need the characters. They're so thin and cartoony that I don't need to know their origins from one or anything like that. I just need to know that they're awesome dancers.
Yeah. So that's just Kelley, Ozone, and Turbo are the 3 from the first movie. And then also Ice-T is in both movies.
He's in the first one too?
Yeah, just as a performer.
Right.
And then he's also in Rappin', which if you remember Rappin', we watched that at camp.
I don't think I've ever actually watched Rappin'.
Oh, were you inside?
You watched Rappin'.
Is that a spinoff from Breakin'?
It was the third Breakin' movie if overseas, but here it was just called Rappin'.
They could do all the verbs. It's drop the G.
Because they called
running.
They called it
jumping.
Breakin'. Overseas, this is Breakdance, the movie, I think. The first one is. So they changed the title, and so Rappin' is part of the Breakdance series over there.
Okay.
It's Breakdance 3. For any of you European people who are like, oh, I remember that as Breakdance 3 Rappin'. Which had Snack Attack. You remember Snack? You watched it, right, Andy? Troy brought it that year, camp.
I'm sure I did see it. It's the same way that Amy probably did see American Ninja.
Yeah, it just didn't.
You know what I mean? We just don't remember it.
Just don't remember.
I highly recommend Rappin'.
All right, I'd watch it.
It's fun.
Is it canon as well?
It's also canon, I believe. Yeah. So, anyways, the cast: Kelley, the rich girl who just wants to dance.
She tells her dad, "It's my life, Dad." And I had to write that down because it was so cliched.
She started. That's Lucinda Dickey. Started her career.
Let's just call her Kelley from now on because
just call her Kelley.
If you say her name, I'm going to laugh every time.
Start giggling all the time. She was a solid gold dancer. That was the beginning of her career, and then she was one of the greasers in Grease 2, the girl greasers. This I already said second film she's made with the director because she was in Ninja 3: The Domination, which had just come out like months before this. So you had a lot of Dickey all at once.
You had called her so white, so rich.
Yeah, the character is so white, so rich.
Yeah, that's like it.
That's the full description. Her dad seems racist, for real. The mom seems kind of sweet, but the dad seems like a total dick.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily like racist per se. He's just rich.
Yeah, but he says some things like these people, you people. I think comes into it, doesn't it? I feel like there's some
somebody says that
touchy aggressive back and forth,
but I don't think it's the dad.
It might have been the boyfriend, the guy that she tried to set him up with or something.
Oh yeah, the snooty guy.
Yeah.
Snooty pants.
I'm not saying he's not but he's not racist.
Yeah. Ozone's the elder statesman of the dance crew. That's Shabadoo, Adolfo Quinones. He helped invent locking.
Oh.
So was he part of the Lockers?
He was the original Lockers dance crew. He was.
You know who else was in there? Tony Basil.
She was part of that group? Oh, that's really cool. I had no idea.
And the fat guy from Good Times.
Oh,
Rerun. He was part
of What's Happening.
What's Happening? You know what I mean? He was part of the Lockers too.
It's funny because these actors too had appeared on on one of those series. I can't remember which one. I think it might have been What's Happening, I want to say. But yeah, that's cool.
Just YouTube, look up Lockers, and you see a lot of performances from Soul Train and Don Cornelius variety show.
That's cool.
Do you have to put in Lockers dance?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you get videos of storage
school
units,
lockers,
school lockers, and other things.
I was really sad to read that he had passed away in 2020. Shabadoo.
Did his bones finally break?
He had arteriosclerotic cardiovascular disease, which.
Thanks for having that fact for us.
A little not fun fact, an unfun fact. Turbo is the scrappy protege of Ozone. That's Michael Boogaloo Shrimp Chambers.
I love that name.
I do too. Boogaloo had that name before they made Electric Boogaloo. That was like his old school dance.
Well,
name.
did he invent the Boogaloo style of dancing?
I doubt it, because I think that would have come up when I was reading about him. Okay. He formulated a kind of dance based on, he was really into fantasy and science fiction shows, so he would watch Ray Harryhausen creatures and base some of his moves on the way Ray Harryhausen did the stop motion stuff. Isn't that cool? Inspiration. Yeah. He played the good robot version of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. If you remember, I don't know. It was cool. A great appearance. Rhonda is Kelley's nemesis. That's the model actress Susie Coelho.
How many notes do you have? Because
you don't have to keep reading them to us.
Well, no, I thought it was an interesting way to structure it. That's why I texted you about it earlier.
Oh, you goofball!
I was like, I'm going to do the opening a little differently.
All right, go ahead.
But Byron is the kindly old man who helps out around miracles. Mrs. Bennett.
Doesn't he own it?
Did they say that he owns it?
He's like the head of it.
I thought the city owned it.
He doesn't just hang out there.
Oh, see, I misunderstood.
He's
the guy. He's the owner. It's not the city. Okay. Yeah. I thought the city was like, the city
was going to come in because the building was deemed unsafe.
Oh, I thought the city was just like, well, we can't fix it. There's not enough money in the tax pool. But it was just that good old Mr.
Didn't have enough money
Byron
to fix it up.
Didn't have money to fix it up. Well, there you go. What a sweet old man.
Did you watch the movie?
About as much as you did.
We experienced the movie.
But that was it. I just was wanting to run through the main characters.
He reminded me of Mickey from Rocky.
Yeah, like
the way he looked, like
the little hat, and
the sweatsuit, the boxing outfit.
He seems more like a gym coach than a dancing.
I don't think he was.
He just kind of.
I don't think he was necessarily a dance coach. I think he just ran the center, and
he's just a nice old man who runs the place.
Because they had like a gym there, and people were boxing. It's just a community center. He wasn't like a dance coach.
Yeah. It plays so different when I think of him as the owner, because he was just kind of like, oh, well, it's got to shut down.
And I love...
So I thought he was just a volunteer.
I love the name Miracles because it's so like cheesy and saccharine. Like, can you believe they're trying to shut down the Miracles Dance Center? It just makes the other people seem more evil if you want to shut down a place called Miracles.
Right. Which was, I think, what they were going for. If you were writing this as they were filming it, oh my gosh.
What that Radiotron club that's in there, which is the coolest name, was a real thing.
I'd go to a club called Radiotron.
It was a real club, but it was not a real club. It was a youth center like this in the movie. Mm-hmm. So the name Miracles, they just went with something. They obviously had Radiotron, which is a real place.
Right. Turned
that into a nightclub, and the place where the good kids hang out is Miracles. The aggressive mean dance crew hangs out in the alley and also at Radiotron.
Electro.
Is Radiotron the place that was like the Mad Max dance club?
Yeah. It was it was a cool enough place where they were all kind of just hanging out.
Yeah.
But together, the rival dance crew is, I think it was like neutral territory, maybe.
So like Switzerland.
Yeah, for dance crews.
They have this whole, with the rival dance crew, they have this whole dance combat scene. And it's exactly what I said. There, it's combat via dance. It was adorable.
And I love how there's like songs playing behind like every dance sequence. And a lot of the songs are literal. They describe exactly what's happening on screen.
We are dancing.
Yeah. It's like, it's a battle.
Yeah, basically.
It's very opera-like. You know how opera, they like sing the words literally what's happening?
Yeah. It's same group that did the music for the first one, like Ollie and Jerry, or Jerry and Ollie.
I think it was Ollie and Jerry.
Ollie and Jerry. I love that. Doom da da, doom da da. That's my favorite song in the on the soundtrack.
I didn't know
for this
that
one.
that there was an original version, because the one I'm more familiar with was the one that came out in the 90s.
Like a remix of it? Oh, yeah. There's like 5 or 6 different EPs that are just remixes of that song. Is it called just Dindada?
Yeah.
Dindada.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
And actually, the soundtrack to the movie, I really like all of it. Even the real literal narrating what we're doing songs are pretty fun.
But those aren't as versatile as Dindada.
No. We are dancing.
Oh,
Those are very specific for certain moods.
I can confirm that Kelley's dad was indeed the person who said "you people" because I wrote it down.
Yeah, he was kind of like not hiding anything. He was saying the quiet part out loud, Andy.
I just felt he was, I'm not trying to defend his apparent racism, but he was probably just said "you people" as in other side of the tracks.
He's like
not,
dancers.
Right.
Yeah, not
You artistic
necessarily
types.
ethnic types.
Sure. I think he was as much a villain through most of this movie as the contractors.
I mean, like, he just wanted what was best for his daughter.
Yeah. How'd you feel about the guys that had to come to tear down the center?
The ones that were literally about to kill children.
They're bulldozers?
Because at one point, the Miracles Dance Center, they couldn't they have to raise enough money, otherwise they're going to be taken over by this big corporation. And they're
going to put a grocery store in.
And they can't raise the money in time, so the big developer is the deadline, and he pulls up these bulldozers.
Super cartoonish dude who looks like a Simpsons character with the big round glasses.
And all the dancers at Community Center, they're trying to get in the way of the bulldozers, like Tiananmen Square. It's like that. So like they're blocking it, and the guy says, "Run them over." I was like, damn.
They shake hands with danger left and right in that scene.
But in a hero moment, the guys driving the bulldozers like, no, we're not going to kill these people.
I wouldn't necessarily call it heroic. They're just like
basic human decency.
Yeah.
But still,
I want to see a movie all from their perspective. The guys who just showed up to work that day and they have to sit there.
They could have easily followed orders, but they didn't.
It's true. I don't think there are a lot of construction workers out there that will willingly drive over top of children, but maybe.
You never know. People will surprise you. Question: is it wrong of me to think? Maybe I'm just too old now, but part of me was like, most likely this neighborhood exists in a food desert. It's on the wrong side of the tracks. It's where the kids are impoverished. It's probably a food desert. They could probably use a grocery store.
So you're thinking that Miracle should be torn down so they can put up a grocery store?
I'm just saying.
But that nourishes their souls.
Okay, you're right.
Who needs food when you can dance?
Are there a lot
Fresh
of food
food.
deserts in LA?
Well, inner cities, there are a lot of food deserts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, in LA specifically.
Well, LA is huge, though.
Yeah. I know it's pretty big,
Sprawling.
but I feel like there are a lot of grocery stores there and bodegas and options. I don't know if that's a realistic issue with miracles.
It's just something that popped into my head.
But I might be right though. Maybe they would be better off without miracles.
But I don't think this greedy developer is going to put in a grocery store that serves the community. It's going to be like a Whole Foods or what's that Erewhon, that place that has like $20 strawberries?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that place.
The really expensive almonds too.
And it's probably like the first step to gentrification in that area.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, you make excellent points.
You gotta save miracles.
Wins.
I mean, do you know anything about the building that Miracles was in? The apparent Miracles building.
What do you mean in real life?
Yeah, is that a real building? Because it was a weird location.
Oh, the shooting. I'm not sure if it was what the place was exactly. Yeah, it is kind of an oddball.
No, it was just like a street, and it just ended at Miracles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was before. Yeah,
it had a school-like quality to it, but I'm not sure.
But it's like there's all these like houses around it too, and then it just ended like at a cul-de-sac or something.
It was a strange spot.
Yeah, it was like on a hill too.
Yeah, I wonder it might actually, they on IMDb sometimes they put the filming locations and they put like super specific. Yeah. It might be on there.
And did your research uncover anything about the budget?
Yeah, like what do you want to know?
It seemed expensive for a Canon film.
It wasn't. I think it was like just over $1 million, maybe.
Oh, really?
Hold on, I'll find out for you. The 2.9. Oh no, that's the gross.
Oh really?
That was opening weekend in U.S. and Canada. It did over 15 million worldwide. I'm not sure why the budget is not listed. But the Hollenbeck Park, that might be what you're looking at, Andy, in those scenes.
So have you ever in your entire life seen less romantic chemistry than existed between Ozone and Kelley?
I mean, I talk also Turbo and
his Latina lover.
I mean, they're not good actors.
No, they're terrible.
That girl had to have all of her dialogue redubbed because she spoke too softly.
Oh, the Hispanic girl?
Yeah, the one who Turbo was interested in. But then they overdubbed it with someone who was also still talking super soft. Did you notice that?
We had to put subtitles on.
Yeah. I was like, well, I guess if you're going to do it wrong.
But you know who is the worst actress? The rival girlfriend.
Oh,
she's more of a model than an actress.
But damn.
Yeah.
I know like these probably weren't. They were dancers and they just got thrown in a movie.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking for like Meryl Streep quality acting, but wow.
It feels like an episode of Sesame Street that got a little too dramatic sometimes.
Yeah.
It's very after school, especially level acting. But then again, some big actors got their start in after school specials. So
yeah, one of the ladies who is frequently on a lot of sitcoms, I forgot her name. She's in this movie. There are 199 credited roles in this movie. I note the restraint that I only covered the main players.
So proud of you.
In my notes.
You could have gone to the kid dancers.
Yeah, any of them.
Oh, the one little kid that every time the camera went to him, he did a little move.
I think it wasn't his name. It was like
cute.
Hot Tot or something.
Is that his name? I can't remember.
And they're like, and Hot Tot. And he goes, woo.
I thought
he reminded me of Little Superstar.
Yeah.
You remember?
Little Superstar.
He's that viral video of that is like a Bollywood movie and the little person, Indian little person, and he's like popping and locking and breakdancing.
I don't know if I know that.
I think I know it. The meme.
I'll show you guys afterwards.
Yeah.
Just like remember Little Superstar.
Little Superstar. I love Little Superstars.
I'll just get my nitpicks out of the way. So my other nitpick is, so Turbo gets injured thanks to who injures him?
He the surveyors, they're about to tear, like they're surveying the building so they can tear down, and he steals their equipment and runs away, but he falls down a flight of stairs.
Like a big ass flight of stairs. He falls down.
And it looked realistic too. That fall was not OSHA approved.
But the stunt performer looked nothing like.
He was a much bigger man.
Much bigger. So he ends up in the hospital. He's broken his arm. He's in a cast. He's broken his leg in a cast.
Is he up like
He's
the
in traction.
He's in traction, isn't he? Yeah.
And he decides he wants to leave so he can go help with the
big fundraising dance show.
The big fundraising dance show that they're going to raise all the money they need at. And the comicalness of him trying to escape the hospital as if he couldn't just walk out or be wheeled out.
Like he's a prisoner.
You're not a prisoner at the hospital.
Unless the people from the survey equipment place were like, he stole our stuff. And the police were just waiting outside to arrest him.
But there
when
was
he woke
no
up.
indication of that. He just acted like he had to escape and he couldn't just be wheeled out of there.
Maybe you
that
noticed,
really bothered me. And it's like the assumption being that once you're checked into the hospital, you can't leave unless you're on a psychiatric hold. Was he on a psychiatric hold? Anyway, sorry.
He
It's the
could
thing
be.
that bugged me.
His name is Boogaloo Shrimp
Boogaloo Shrimp.
or Turbo.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Boogaloo shrimp at the Red Lobster.
Probably has a cream sauce though.
Anyway, something that bothered me.
Yeah.
Also, that Hispanic girl just appeared out of a closet in his hotel room or no, his hospital room.
I did think that she was
I didn't
just
get it.
hiding and like snuck in, and
There's no indication of that.
This is something that you would never have seen in the first movie, is like this number where all of the orderlies and the nurses start dancing too.
yeah, it's like an MGM musical, which is funny because
Yeah.
like the MGM line shows up. It's the
It's an
logo,
MGM
like
movie.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, was it in the beginning? Did CMG? It's confusing because Canon made it and then TriStar, I think, distributed it. So I'm thinking maybe MGM might have come along and picked it up after TriStar.
yeah,
folded?
because when that logo appeared in the lion roaring, I was like, what?
Yeah, I didn't even pay attention to that. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, but like Freddy said, like it's a classic movie musical where all the NPCs are dancers too, and they just get swept up in the frenzy of dancing.
Like the mailman at the beginning.
Yeah,
He was
and the cop.
killing it.
Oh, the mailman was awesome. There's like a lot
And
of
old
good
ladies.
performances in this. Dance performances, I mean.
Well, that's why you watch the movie,
Yeah. It's for the dancing.
and everything in between just was secondary.
Yeah. Did they the dancing on the ceiling bit, you're
The
gonna
spinning
get
room?
you're gonna get to that.
That was
I guess
cool,
probably.
man.
Are you going through like in any order or anything?
No, just where I feel like talking about it.
The spinning room, they borrowed that from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Did they?
That's the one they
Yeah.
used for that. And I thought that was neat. And I didn't
The
catch
actual
this.
rig or just
It's the
idea?
actual rig
Oh, okay.
that they use.
So
They
it's like
reused it.
it's like one of those rooms that actually spin, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
And apparently there's a picture of Freddy Krueger's glove on the wall. I missed that.
No,
but
I didn't see that.
yeah. And all based on that Fred Astaire dance routine.
It's still mind blowing to me.
The spinning room?
Yeah.
Or you mean the original one that
No, like
Fred Astaire did?
all the spinning room,
Yeah.
like scenes, but especially this one where like he's like dancing and on the walls and the ceiling and spinning.
It looks great.
Yeah, it's like it's still I can't figure out how they did it. Still, movie magic, man.
It's literally just a spinning
Yeah.
room.
It's just the room that's spinning and then,
Yeah,
They're-
you can
they're very
see
very slowly though, right?
there's
yeah.
you can see the mechanism in this movie. They didn't do a great job of hiding it through there. There's like a slit between the out the window or between the wallpaper or something. You can see the shadows of the rig moving as it goes.
I was too entranced by the dancing to notice anything else.
It's so cool. I mean, it's so, to me, again, that's another argument for doing something in a practical way, because that's way more interesting. He had to make choices to navigate this, the circumference as it came along at the right speed and all that. And she's in the room too, so she has to be pressed against the wall and look like
Right.
she's not being turned around.
Right.
Like, I feel like now with CG, like they would have shot it from so many angles, and it would have probably been
It'd just be green screen.
it would be green screen and fake dancer half the time and all that. This is one of those cases where 100% practical I think that made the movie really kind of magical. Those moments like that. I did go to the kitchen at some point. Did I miss, or was there a little bit of cartoon lightning in this movie at some point? Did I imagine that? It might have been from a trailer that they added in later. I'm remembering from being a kid.
It's not
Okay.
sounding familiar
Yeah.
to me, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen.
I had to go get Starburst from the kitchen at one point.
Did you think there was going to be a cartoon character dancing next to them too?
Oh yeah, like Tom and Jerry,
or MC Scat Cat.
MC Scat Cat.
In my memory of it as a child, and it's probably from one of the trailers, they probably added like a little bit of that cartoon blue-white lightning that comes out of people's fingertips, like the Emperor and Empire Strikes Back and all that shit. Them Star Wars movies about the science fictions.
Is Fred Asparagus in this movie?
Yeah, I think it was this movie.
Yeah.
Of all the names.
Stuff.
Of all the
but
names.
Fred Asparagus has to be from Breakin' too.
It was Breakin' 2.
Fred Asparagus and shrimp, Boogaloo shrimp.
And Boogaloo shrimp.
That sounds like a great meal.
Yummy.
It definitely make your pee-pee smell funny.
Yikes.
That is actually a good pairing, though. Shrimp and
asparagus shrimp, they do good. Yeah, you're right. They go well together.
All those people in the hospital were saved. They were like walking with walkers, or they had like they were shuffling along, and then along came the dancing, and then they were flipping and they were doing stunts and shit.
Yeah, there was that. Even the doctors performing surgery, they got in on the act.
Didn't the guy
Started
die?
dancing. Did
But no, he
Did he come back to
sat
life?
back up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he flatlined, but he got revived.
Then it came.
It was
then
the
came
same
back.
guy. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was a different guy. I was like, whoops.
They
this
saved
guy's
his
dead.
life
And
by dancing.
not just dead people. These pregnant ladies were dancing too and kicking. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Have you seen Disorderlies? This scene, there's a similar scene in Disorderlies too.
With the fat boys?
Yeah, Fat Boys. That was a fun movie if you've never seen it. Amy, you've never seen Disorderlies, right?
I have not.
That's because you were a girl in the 80s.
I was.
You should watch it. You could be the first woman that ever watched Disorderlies. You're a trailblazer, Amy.
Great moments in feminism.
I doubt I'm going to be the first.
Yeah, so
But
this
I
is
won't be the last.
a classic 80s setup. The corporation needs to take over like the downtrodden poor kids.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be a rich dance studio, though.
The closest you get is the bad crew who, what are they called again?
Electro rock.
Electro rock. And they have these headbands that delineate that they're the villains. They're red and black.
Yeah.
And that's how you know they're bad. That's all you need.
Very Warriors or the Bronx Battle fight.
Oh, Bronx Warriors?
Yeah, Bronx Warriors.
You know what's funny is they're not even that bad. They just want to dance. You know, they're just like, please dance with us. And they just never say, please dance with us. They throw bricks through windows instead. And
It's because their dance crew is too busy teaching kids and raising up the community.
They're like, we don't have time to dance against you. Dance battles.
Yeah, go to your weird nightclub where people are smashing records. And
What was it called? Robotron? Not Robotron. Shakatron? No. That's not it.
Radiotron.
Radiotron. That's it. Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan. Speaking of Shaka Khan, you know, Shabadoo. He was, and I think Boogaloo Shrimp they were also in videos with Shaka Khan, and they were in the Lionel Richie video. I think All Night Long was the one he was in. It's worth going back and watching the Lionel Richie
dancing
videos.
on the ceiling?
Wasn't dancing on this. He might have been in that one too, but he was in the. I think it's the other one I mentioned. All night long. He's
All night.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that fantastic to know?
If you love that sort of thing, I love Lionel Richie. What are you gonna do? Heart
He's
wants
pretty
what
great.
it wants.
He's pretty fucking great. The whole Kelley's might go to Paris to dance and leave them all behind.
Yeah.
And Ozone would be so lost without her because he's really into her.
It doesn't seem like he is though, does it?
Silly. No, they have no chemistry. Zero. Zilch.
It also is like
not even when they dance.
I thought the passion showed on the dance floor, though.
I mean, it's good dancing.
Dancing's good. I mean, they have no chemistry.
Outside of that, you can it feels like an Olympic performance when she's involved. She's Ray Gun.
She's not that bad.
That's an insult.
That's not fair.
She's way better than Ray Gun, I guess. I think Ray Gun got a bum rap.
She might not be for me, but she's no Ray Gun.
Poor Ray Gun.
Down. Turbo cuts off his cast and is suddenly just walking and moving and dancing and fine.
That's the power of dance, Amy.
You fell down a flight of stairs. You were in the hospital in traction. Now an hour later, you're dancing.
Well, it was a desperate time, Amy. He needed to save the dance studio.
They had to fill that thermometer with spray paint.
Yeah. I love that in
Me
movies. When it shows how much money they raise. Like, oh, we're not going to raise enough. And then at the 23rd hour, somebody shows up and like the check.
Yeah.
Which is what happened in this one.
The racist changed heart.
He changed heart. He listened to his daughter, and he came and saved the day along with Electro Rock comes and helps.
Yeah. Did the dad also see the dancing and was astounded?
Well, on TV, like they were showing it live to help raise money.
And he was like, "Oh, blacks are okay. Get my checkbook."
That was a weird line they kept in there.
Yeah. I was happy to see he had the change of heart. I still am cynical and I don't trust him.
Well, okay.
They cut out the scene where he talks to his attorney and his accountant about it. That's all I'm saying.
Is that true?
No.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't that be sad?
I feel like there's nothing left on the cutting room floor in this movie.
They added scenes just to fill it out.
Yeah, it wasn't that long either.
No.
It was like a quick 120, I think.
Yeah.
As a 6-year-old, this movie is very impressive. I'm just telling you guys.
You said you liked it the best out of the two
As a kid.
because it had special effects.
It had special effects. That's why I liked it.
Well, speaking of 6-year-olds, I feel that's the level of writing in this movie.
It's
and
for
it makes me
kids.
wonder whose movie was geared toward.
Clearly children.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
that's what I was confused about because like
It's very
I don't know.
cheerful.
Yeah, it's a joyful movie. You can't watch this movie without smiling
Yeah.
and wanting to dance.
I'm not sad I watched it. I'd watch it again.
I love the hell out of it. It's for young teens too. I mean, like when I say children, I mean like when it was out, like all the kids in our neighborhood, we were into that shit. And I'll tell you, some of those kids were like 15 and 16 years old, and they loved it too
Yeah.
because it was something new. It was more about it being about breakdancing than that they loved the movie. It's just like people they managed to figure out something that was going to break
Oh, shit.
and become huge.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably like a new to a lot of people. They've never seen this before.
You know, what's funny is they tried it again with Lambada and it didn't work. Same people too. It was Gull and Globus after they split and started their own companies. They both tried to make Lambada movies. You remember those? Mm-hmm. The Forbidden Dance.
It was banned. Don't do that. It was like a Footloose.
You know, my theory is it didn't appeal to kids.
I mean, did they try to do Lambada because of like Dirty Dancing?
No, because Lambada was they thought the next big thing.
Okay.
And it was a
It
dance
was trendy
craze.
there for a little while.
They tried to make it more than it was.
Well, dance movies are pretty big in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between like this and Breakin and Lambada, Dirty Dancing,
Crush Groove,
Footloose, and
Disorderlies.
Flashdance.
Flashdance.
Disorderlies.
Get out of here.
Fame.
Which speaking of Flashdance, I appreciate that they didn't use any like these were real dancers.
Yeah.
They didn't use the bad body doubles.
Oh yeah.
From Flashdance.
I love that. I haven't seen that movie in so long. Hey, you ever seen Flashdance?
No, I have not.
It's one of the most concentrated 80s all the way through to its bone marrow movies.
It's very similar to this. You know, like it's basically Kelley,
Yeah.
the character, and she has her own movie.
But she's a welder too.
Yeah.
So she's not as rich.
I know, but it's like somebody pursuing their true passion.
Yeah. She doesn't want to be a welder her whole life,
Yeah.
right? Is the thing.
I'm aware. It's part of the zeitgeist. It's part of culture. Even if you
Yeah.
haven't seen it, you know it.
I wonder if it would live up to
If you're my age.
its reputation to somebody who's never saw it when it was hot. It might be like this.
I think I watched it again a couple years ago. I think it still holds up as
Still
a
pretty
movie.
good?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's moments that are like they've been parodied so much that your instinct might be a laugh when you see it that are not. They're just serious moments, but they're so good. The fucking audition scene's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, Paula Abdul did did that for
Cold Hearted Snake.
yeah.
Yeah, it's good shit.
See?
So you know
It's
It
there.
trickles in.
Yeah. You'll
The
probably
only
know the
thing
whole
that trickle
story.
down works on is culture. It does not work in economics, but it works in culture.
It does. It absorbs into other stuff.
So when you guys are watching this movie, did you guys get up and try to recreate the dance moves at
Do a
all?
little shimmy.
I was
here,
moving
shimmy
in my
there.
chair some of the time. Honestly, I'm an old man now.
I
was
think
just
I think when you see like the robot stuff, everybody tries to mimic that stuff.
I loved him. Boogaloo Shrimp is maybe my favorite part of the movie. He's so sweet. He's just got a good vibe.
He was the best actor of the three.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd say so.
Especially that scene where they go to the Kelley's parents' dinner.
Yeah.
And he has to choke down the cooking.
What were they eating again?
It's just like soup but it has like seafood in it though.
Yeah, was that like ironically Boogaloo Shrimp?
Yeah. But it was like an octopus. He's not named Boogaloo Octopus.
It was octopus.
Yeah.
That's what it was, because he was like, at first it looked like they were just serving him like spaghetti and meatballs, and I'm like, are they saying this kid doesn't know what spaghetti and meatballs are? But then I saw him pull that thing that looked like a wacky wall crawler out of the food.
that they got out of the cereal.
Also, do people serve octopus with a heavy tomato sauce like that?
I don't know. It could be like some kind of seafood broth.
Doesn't seem kosher to me.
And they get up to leave and they say, we're going to take some rolls. And they are going to flip him in the air and do like a little choreographed move to eating rolls.
When they exit that party, that's badass. That moment's that's a great little fuck you moment in there. Oh, I love that. When they turn back. Mm-hmm. And did they say anything, or did they just pose? I can't remember, but it was fucking great. Andy, you and I should exit a room like that sometime. We'll figure out when.
I love that for you both.
You got to make sure they have rolls so you can flip into the air.
And they have to be snobs too, the people that we do it to. We may have to engineer this scenario. It might not happen naturally in our lives.
Can you imagine you and me in a dance studio trying to do this?
You want to dress up like Turbo, and I'll dress up like Ozone this Halloween?
Oh my God.
That'd be fun.
All right, let's do it.
Amy, you gonna be Lucinda Dickey?
She's not gonna be Kelley. She's gonna be Lucinda Dickey, the actress.
I hate you.
All the cool roles are taken. I gotta be Lucinda Dickey.
You're gonna be dumb Kelley who's going to dumb Perez.
For somebody who didn't spend a lot of time working in films, like she made some really interesting movies.
Yeah,
I mean, good for her. Like she had a decent career.
Good for her.
All campy stuff, like everything she did. Grease 2 is if you've seen it, Andy. Yeah. You've never seen Grease 2, right?
Yes, I have.
You have? Oh, okay. Let's do it for our country and the bomb shelter and all that. Yeah. Oof. Reproduction, what a song. I love that movie.
And there's a scene in this movie, Turbo is very shy around women, so he needs to ask Ozone how to ask the girl out on a date. So they have to he has to show Turbo how to flirt with a girl with this dummy.
That doll looks like one of those things you see at a creepy Amish like restaurant.
And he's dancing with his this doll, and there are scenes where like Kelley or the Latina girl show up to like mimic the doll. Yeah, and the Turbo and Ozo are fighting over the doll at one point. And it cuts away. They're kind of fighting over Kelley too, and pulling at her arms, and the doll explodes. And I was hoping that Kelley would explode too.
Just a spray of blood everywhere. Like they go full Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. They're like,
that
we have the room.
An interesting diversion for the movie.
It is fun to see them kind of his imagination, like fighting over a girl, and that it goes through every woman they basically know. Like that's kind of a neat idea.
Yeah.
Which is interesting that they'll be fighting over a girl because they both seem pretty zesty.
You know, I thought that too, but
it was
I didn't
just
find
the 80s?
anything to support that.
It's just the 80s.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I know, plain Jane on both counts. I think I don't really know. I didn't do super amount of digging into their sexuality, but I know what you're saying. Very, very zesty.
I guess in the 80s everybody wore meshed sleeveless shirts.
Yeah, I think so.
But not just what they wore, their mannerism.
Did you have any mesh in the 80s, babe?
Actually did have one mesh tank top.
Straight as can be.
But like I said, besides the clothes, it was their mannerisms and their speech seemed a little zesty.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a little bit also of a magnetism that was coming from both of them towards each other.
Yeah.
That was more than Big Brotherly. It felt like,
They're
a
good
charge.
friends.
There was a
I
charge
didn't
in the air.
get that.
Am I being homophobic?
No. I think you just picked up on how dance is so
Well, that's a
fucking...
complicated answer to give you, considering that you are a homosexual.
Don't you think dance is
But
inherently
I think
sexy?
you can still be homophobic.
It is. There's a reason why there's so many gay people that are in the dance world.
Yeah, I mean, well, just in general, it's like a very charged kind of fucking activity. Thrusting your crotch around at each other and
Thrusting it,
posing. Think about it, for real.
flipping around, flip-flapping.
I don't know. The robot's not really sexy. Though.
Yeah, spinning on your head.
No.
Popping and locking is cool, but it's not sexy.
It is not a sexy dance.
Dancing is one. Dancing. Break dancing is one of the least sexualized forms of dance. I think. That's why it was
But
so
it's
popular.
sexy to watch somebody
kids.
do it really well. Then you're
Yeah.
like, damn.
Oh yeah.
But it's not a sexual dance.
Yeah, it's just like watching this. Like, wow, humans are cool.
Yeah.
The fact that people can do this shit, it's really neat.
It's a great movie too. I mean, like honestly, yes, the acting is not great,
Yes, there's barely a good story.
and there is a, but there it doesn't need
But who
more than
cares?
this.
I can
there.
watch them
Exactly.
just dance,
Exactly.
like with no dialogue for 90 minutes.
Yeah. It's because they're so talented and the staging of the scenes and the choreography is so creative. I mean, it's not like Chicago or anything like that where it's so refined as that. Like I think it's more fun than a lot of other big dance movies.
I had a good time.
Better than You Got Served, but not by a whole lot. You Got Served's pretty good too.
Served.
I
What
think
was that,
yeah.
What was that movie with Julia Stiles? She did a ballet dancer. And she
Save the Last
Was
Dance?
that Save the Last Dance?
Yeah.
It's very much this too.
It is very much the same. Yeah. Although again, this movie had way more fun doing
Yeah,
it
it
than
did.
anybody.
Yeah.
The like You Got Served again is like one of those movies that it's the first time that a dance movie felt fun like the Breakin movies felt fun. You know?
Right.
Not including Dirty Dancing, of course.
Okay.
Dirty Dancing is fun.
Okay, good.
It's fun.
Is it fun?
But it also has abortion in it.
Yes. That sort of storyline did not touch Breakin' 2. No. They weren't actually doing anything.
Although after seeing those pregnant ladies dance in the hospital, I feel they lost the babies.
Oh, yeah. There
Well, didn't you feel like there was a missed opportunity with those babies coming out and dancing too?
like
They didn't have it in the budget,
like Ally McBeal.
but they thought about it.
Ooga, ooga.
You know somebody had the thought.
Yeah,
They're still attached to the umbilical cord
definitely.
and start swinging them around.
They do a number with their
Yeah.
umbilical cords involved somehow.
Oh, like,
I'm not a choreographer.
like nunchucks, like in the Electros
yeah.
did it.
There you go.
I was wondering how they sourced their nunchucks for this movie. If they all provided their own nunchucks, or if they showed up on set and they had the ones from the Ninja movies ready for them.
Lucinda
sure.
Dickey brought them from the set.
did.
She's like, I was just got off set. I have these. I'm gonna try them out.
From the rap party on Ninja 3: The Domination. I have 40 sets of nunchucks.
But that was cool. They know how to do nunchucks and breakdance.
Yeah, it was cool. It was fresh. It was funky fresh. It was 1984. There was nothing fresher.
All right.
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah. Good
Not
time.
well, entertaining
you
movie.
can
Entertaining movie.
It's American culture to its core. From a couple of Israeli guys that came over and made it. So
All right. Loving it. Breakin' 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo. Are we ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right. So now's the time where we talk about. Are you guys breakdancing?
Yeah, a little.
Andy inspired me. We started doing the what is that number where you do the thing for teen
Well,
years?
The arm
somebody,
thing.
yeah, everybody joins hands, and one person starts it, and we send it down the
Kind of
line.
like a wave
Yeah.
kind of thing.
We're
Yeah.
doing a thing
It's
right
old
now.
school. Sure.
Just, listeners, if you could just excuse us quickly while we learn how to breakdance.
Let me get my cardboard.
It's that move like like your hand moves your head, and you got to pretend you're swallowing things.
Yeah. Now's the time of the show where we talk about what's been hitting our eyeballs and our ear holes.
Yeah.
Freddy.
Yeah, I don't really have much.
What?
I binged the entire series of Father Ted, which is really funny if you've never seen it. So there's
Yep,
that.
tell us about it.
Super
What is
old.
it about?
It's a sitcom. Only has 3 seasons. It's the people.
It's Irish.
It's Irish. The people who did the IT Crowd made it, and it is about a priest and it's about 3 priests and their housekeeper who all live in this. What do they call that when the priests
Where
live
the
together?
Priests live. That's what,
parsonage, right?
Parsonage.
They all live together in this old house, and one of the priests is just the super elderly, psychotic drunk. And one of them is a super dumb character, like a Rose Nyland type, who's the young priest. And then you have Father Ted, who is also not super bright, but he seems smart compared to the other ones, incompetent, And then the housekeeper is real anal retentive. And it's very funny. And it's like,
cute. It is
cute. I burned through it.
From
And
the 90s,
I could start
right?
over. 95, yeah. And I think you'd like it, Andy. You liked IT Crowd.
Yeah, I loved IT Crowd.
Yeah.
Anybody from the same series?
You might recognize a couple of small parts, but none of the big characters. The thing is, the guy who plays Father Ted actually died right after they wrapped the 3rd season. Oh. Yeah, it sucks. He's only 45.
That's my age. That's our age, Andy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So it's all about the people that come in for
the visiting.
Villagers. Yes.
Well, they do the church. Yeah. There's church moments and then townsfolk. Like it's a lot of stuff that I don't know if anybody would make jokes out of today, but like one of the sets of characters is this couple that are physically abusive to each other. Except every time they run into one of the priests, they're like, "Oh, Father Ted," and
they're on
act
their
all
best
normal.
behavior.
Yeah, but then the minute they turn around, they're trying to murder each other. And that's like a running gag in the show. So some of it's dated, the humor, but it's still really funny. I guarantee you. I think it's on Peacock. You can watch it.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Sounds cozy.
It's super cozy.
I've fallen asleep to so many episodes.
It looks like a 70s sitcom the way it's shot too. It doesn't feel like it's from the 90s.
Like does it look like Are You Being Served or something?
Yeah, it really does. It's the same style of cameras and like that kind of sparse lighting. It's also some of the people that worked on Garth Marenghi's Stark Place worked on it too. So it's got some of those same vibes, some absurd stuff. There's this one character.
One of the creators happens to be like a crazy transphobe.
Yeah.
But that's unfortunate.
Regretted learning that.
J.K. Rowling-esque.
It doesn't come across on the show.
No.
Like, his views of not just transphobia, but other things.
No.
The show's pretty sweet.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's sweet except for the couple that's trying to kill each other and the and a couple other dark jokes, but it's pretty sweet otherwise.
But it's probably the same way like War of the Roses. That's like domestic violence, but it's still funny.
It's played played for comedy. It feels a little touchy now. You'd put a disclaimer at the beginning of it, I think. But they don't. Yeah. But I don't know. It didn't bother me because it was so funny. I accepted it as it was, and it's all its imperfections. Glad I watched it.
But they don't show the violence, dude. Like they're not hitting each other, are they?
In some scenes, yeah. Okay. I mean, but it's not like.
But like in a playful way, like
funny,
But then there's like a scene where the wife has a butcher knife when they walk in, and stuff like that. There's one where she's locked in a pantry. So but when it goes pretty dark.
When it's like so over the top like that, it's not like dark.
It's the joke is that they act normal around the priest. Yeah. So it's pretty good. It has a lot of gags that you kind of the recurring jokes that they reward you for being a fan. Kind of things build.
At any point, is it hard to understand?
No, okay. No, their accents. If you think the Irish accent is so close to an American accent, I think that it's easy. If you struggle with that with accents.
You also watched Jaws 2 instead of Jaws for the 4th of July. Explain.
Because I've seen Jaws so many times, I was like, let's watch. Do we have? I think a lot of us have the annual tradition around 4th of July watching Jaws. Mm-hmm. So we watched Jaws 2 instead.
Okay. Just wanted you to explain yourself.
That's it. Which is still a good movie.
Explain yourself to the people.
The first 2 Jaws, both pretty good.
The last time I was here, I saw you guys watching Jaws 4.
Yeah. Peacock has been streaming Jaws. There's like a Jaws channel, basically. It's all 4 Jaws movies over and over again.
Does Jaws 2 also take place on the 4th?
Yeah. I think, around it. I can't remember if they ever say exactly, right? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
As much as I know the first movie like really well, the second movie I've only seen probably like 4 or 5 times.
Then do all the movies take place around the 4th?
They're all summer movies because they're dealing with the crowds of just the first two. The third one is that
amusement park
one.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one is in the Bahamas, right? So that could be any time of year.
Different. But yeah, this one, it's still Amity. It's all the same townspeople. I think that's why I like it so much is you basically have everybody except for Hooper and obviously Quint.
Hooper.
Who got eaten up. Alert.
Ate up. What if, like, tomorrow they announced that they're going to make another Jaws movie?
What if? Would
you be okay with that?
Absolutely. Jaws 5, bring it.
All right.
I watch Jaws 5. I watch every shark movie sooner or later, I think.
What about Jaws Electric Boogaloo?
I love that idea.
A breakdancing shark?
Breakdancing shark, I'll watch it.
Oh, my.
Nothing tarnishes Jaws, the original, for me. Like, what's going to happen? It's not like I'm going to be like, oh, they ruined the Jaws franchise because the shark was made incorrectly in part 4 and 3. That didn't stop me. It didn't stop me from loving it.
But the other movies, like, especially 3 and 4, they're so bad they're good.
Yeah. They have things.
So, like, they still have something to enjoy from them.
They're charming.
Yeah.
Charming. SeaWorld is charming.
Except
SeaWorld
for
in
is
that
bad.
movie.
Except for the animal captivity.
Except for that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Freddy. I guess it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I have fallen asleep during so many things that I can't say I've watched much. I did watch most of...
Well, what did you retain the most?
Monster from the Ocean Floor.
Oh, that was really fun.
That was Roger Corman's first produced movie. That was cute, but it got real cozy.
Was that the one where Scheider was in? No, he was in.
No, that was something different.
That was different. Yeah.
This was just a simple monster
Yeah.
from the ocean floor. I mean, it's in the title. I don't know what else to tell you. It's from the 50s. It's very much, a silly froth of a movie.
Flies right by.
Yeah. So it's a good time. But it's so cozy. It's black and white. It's just cozy. So I fall asleep.
It's also kind of a beach movie, right?
Yeah.
I remember right.
Yeah.
What kind of monster is it?
Wasn't it like an octopus? Do you remember?
Or like a mutant type thing?
There was an octopus.
But maybe the octopus was the red herring.
But I don't think that was, in fact, the monster. Then I fell asleep.
What was the title of the movie?
Monster from the Ocean Floor.
There it is. Yeah.
I'll say it again.
Oh, the monster was a giant one-eyed amoeba. That's right. It was a big thing with a big eye. But they think it's I think they think it's a squid at one point, or she finds one. You said right. She encounters an actual giant squid when she's scuba diving, right?
Or an octopus. I'm not sure which one it was.
Yeah. Which is crazy enough.
Yeah. But I have been reading, and I have started about 15% into The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. I was talking about Journey to the Center of the Earth and wanting to get my classic science fiction on.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to fulfill that promise.
How is it?
It's so the formatting is weird in the version I'm reading, and that's making it hard to read. There's like a lot of hyphenated words, as if there was supposed to be a line break there, and then that's just hard sometimes for my little brain to deal with.
So it's like a public domain nightmare where they didn't care too much.
Yeah, but other than that, I'm enjoying myself. These Martians sound gross.
You're reading the grown-up versions of books I only read illustrated versions of as a kid.
Right. I'm a big girl.
Which makes me really curious about what's in them.
Hopefully I'll have this done for you soon and I can tell you how it went.
So is the writing super old-timey?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely of a different time. Yeah. It's from 18 something. And,
Are there words that you need to look up?
There are some. Thank goodness when you're in the Kindle app, you can just hit the word, highlight the word, and it pops up and tells you what it is.
Do they have the big walking spaceships with the legs?
We haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay.
But that is on the cover of the book.
I always wondered what was made, what was just in the movies, and what was in the book.
I have never. I've seen the movie, the Tom Cruise movie, but I have never heard the Orson Welles.
Oh, that's really fun.
I would love to listen to that after I'm done with reading it.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
There's even a movie about the little town when they aired the War of the Worlds. There's a movie about the people who freaked out about it and all
Right.
that. It's really fun. I can't remember the name of it, but we'll find it.
Okay.
I think you'd like it.
So that's that for me.
Oh, fun.
Andy.
The only thing I watched is me and Freddy went to see the 41st anniversary
Because it's one louder.
of This Is Spinal Tap. And what a fun movie. First time I've ever seen it.
Yeah,
and
was a
I'm
good
glad
time.
I saw it in a theater because there's something hits different about laughing out loud with a crowd.
Yeah. The laugh out loud moments are still laugh out loud funny too, which is, and you're right, on that big screen, when they thrust their crotches into the camera, it adds something.
And you can really see the facial expressions amplified to see how like these micro mannerisms in their faces.
Harry Shearer.
Yeah.
I love all the shit that character goes through in that movie. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's like it fits so well with all his other movies in that universe. And, it's just a really, really good movie. And good music too. Freddie said they played their own instruments and stuff like that. I was like, whoa, what a talented group of people.
I know.
They did it in A Mighty Wind too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had the same three people too in that group of folk singers.
Yeah. They must like playing together. They've got it. They've got magic in a bottle. Stonehenge. Yeah. What a rockin' number. What a rockin' number.
Pun intended.
But it's funny how like, this
Bottom.
is like the most broad of their comedies, while the Waiting for Guffman and Best in Show and Mighty Wind, they're more low key.
Yeah. This one too.
I guess the subject matter is more bigger, so you have to go bigger.
And it felt kind of experimental at times too. When you watch it now, Fred Willard is so good. Just in that small part.
Yeah, it's so fun seeing all these like familiar faces, so young.
Fran Drescher, all those great comedians.
And Bruno Kirby showed up as as the taxi driver. It's like, oh, poor guy.
Oh,
miss him.
Oh yeah, he passed away. Yeah. Oh, and who else was? Oh,
Dana Carvey.
Paul Schaefer. You don't even recognize him in it, where he tries to become the new manager or whatever.
And Dana Carvey and Billy Crystal showed up for a little bit.
Yeah, as mime servers. Yeah. It's a great movie. I'd watch it again right now. I love it so much.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a revisit for me.
Yeah.
So I think it's very rewatchable.
The sequel.
So tell us about that. What did you see?
Oh,
this teaser.
In the beginning, like Rob Reiner like introduces the movie and said, like, stay tuned. There's going to be a little appearance by the fake filmmaker.
Yeah, Marty
DeBerge or something.
DeBerge, or whatever. Yeah,
and like he shows up as the character, the director from the movie in character, and he introduces like the sequel teaser to This Is Spinal Tap. Apparently, it's supposed to come out this September, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
The guys are old.
Yeah.
So what was the teaser? Were they
them all sitting around? What were they talking? I can't even remember exactly what it was.
There's a new like publicist or a manager suggesting that one of them.
Oh, they should die.
Yeah.
That's
that one of them should die or something like that. Yeah.
They were planning one of them dying to increase their record sales and secure their legacy.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
I like how they maintain the look of the characters, even like he still tells them like they have the same look from This Is Spinal Tap, but just older.
But they did update their looks too, because when you watch like these rock documentaries and you see like these guys who they just add some modern, like a scarf or something, but they still like look like they did when they were in a hard rock band.
Yeah. And I like how This Is Spinal Tap didn't just. It was about the music industry in general, not just like one genre of music.
Yeah.
They touched on like all music genres, like the Beatles and like in all the iterations of them.
And when they show them when they were a skiffle band and all that. I like the that they address the album art cover controversies. Good timing.
Because we talked about Sabrina Carpenter. Cover.
They have the same conversation in the movie.
That was Tropicana.
That we had.
Yeah, the Smell the
almost
Glove
exactly.
type thing. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's funny. Yeah, like, about whether if it's the artist who's being subjected to abuse it's okay because you're the artist.
Mm-hmm.
Was their argument? You know, they have to flip it because they had the argument about another band. Anyways,
Okay.
it's just interesting.
Yes.
And it's a very timeless movie too, though it's like set 40 years ago.
Yeah.
There's certain things in the industry that don't change.
Well, I also think that like all the rock documentaries to come, even though it was fake, also borrowed from it. They saw that arc and that storyline. So I think a lot of people who made rock documentaries are like, oh, most bands kind of follow an arc like that. So they just
with
started
the tension in the group and
playing small shows.
All these other people coming
survive.
in.
Yeah. It's fun. It's worth revisiting. Has it been a long time since you've seen it, Amy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably like 10 years.
Oh, yeah. It's really worth checking out again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like seeing it on the big screen, like the music really came through. It was a really cool experience.
I wonder if the one that's streaming is going to be updated
to
the 4K and all that. Probably.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else?
No, I've got nothing else.
All right. Well, at the end of every show, we always say hi to our Beelzebubs. Patreon.com/NOTLP. That's something you're interested in. Let's start with Matt. It was fun hanging out with you. Thanks for visiting. Branan and Emily. Dr. Brian. Old Dirty Bill Sturd. Bill Fahrner. Blayne Yogurt. Jordache Jeans. Monica. Ernest. Dave. Paul. And Shayna. Shayna Bobina.
And thank you. And sending love to anybody in Texas.
Yeah.
Going through Blayne and Bill are both from Texas.
Yeah. Thank God they're nowhere near.
Yeah, but still, like when something hits your state like that, no matter where you live, it's awful.
You identify with it.
Yeah. Whew. Anyway.
Yeah. Love you guys. We'll be back with Rockula.
Yep. Rockula is next week. I'm excited. I think. I can't remember if I liked it or not. Bye.
Frankenstein was wondering if he should go to bed when his old buddy Leatherface put on Dawn of the Dead, and Igor made the nachos in